something that's challenging. And pull-ups, push-ups, and dips has been the most challenging thing for me for the past, I'll say, 4 to 5 years. I've started doing it, and I've seen a lot of results. I felt stronger, and it's something that I like. I'll just increase the repetition instead of using weights. This year, due to the accident, my left arm was a little weaker than the right one, and it was a little smaller. So I had to get that left arm bigger and stronger. So I started to incorporate just bicep curls and tricep curls. That was the only, and I did some incline dumbbell benches. No, you still no barbell, no real weights, just dumbbells and the triceps and the biceps. That was the only thing that I incorporated. I always lift heavy on my legs. I do a lot of stuff on my legs to keep my legs strong, and that's pretty much it, man. I really haven't changed my repetition or my workout schedule.
Hmm. I would like to turn over to maybe some private personal aspects. Starting very general, you were born in Philadelphia.
Yes.
What, you still live in Philadelphia, right?
No, I live in Rhode Island, Cranston, Rhode Island.
Ah, okay. When did you move away from Philadelphia then?
When my daughter was born, about 3 years ago,
Okay.
4 years ago.
Tell us something about the two cities. Like, you grew up in Philadelphia then, and then the city you are living right now.
Well, Cranston, Rhode Island is very peaceful. It's quiet. The beach is about 15, 20 minutes away. I went to school out here, University of Rhode Island. I got accustomed to being out here. It was real relaxing and gave me a peace of mind, and I like that. Coming from Philadelphia, Philadelphia is, if you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. It's really, really rough. It's it challenged you. It challenged you in every way possible, mentally, physically, everything. Very, where I grew up is very violent.
Uh-huh.
I saw a lot as a young man, and it gave it let me know it was something that I didn't want to live around and be around too much, because I'm the type of person with my attitude. I'm like my father. My father is just real aggressive, and he doesn't fear anything, and he's willing to take on anything. And I'm the same type of way. So I knew with my attitude and my behavior, if I'd have stayed there, I didn't see anything good happening. You know what I mean? Because of the culture and where I was raised, it was really violent, really hard, low income. So it's like everybody's trying to make it out. And sometimes when everybody's trying to make it out, you gotta go against your own kind. You know what I mean? Just to get out. So that's how it was, and I didn't want to be around that for the rest of my life. I didn't want my daughter to be raised in that. So I kind of stepped away. My family, I miss them. They always come. They come up here though, and I go down there. I'm actually going to Philadelphia tonight, so I always go back. I love Philadelphia. I love the challenge. You know what I mean? Everybody's tough there, so you have to be a tough person to last there. So I like that. It keeps me grounded. But I also love being in a quiet, peaceful place with my family, and just enjoying the qualities of life.
Hmm. But what I researched was you kind of made yourself a name in Philadelphia, especially in the streetball culture. And
Yeah.
I found something, a nickname, which I have to ask, where does where does this nickname come from? So what I found, and I hope this is the one you have in mind too, is bounce with me.
Yeah.
Tell us something about that.
When I was young, I really didn't play any organized basketball. I never really got into AAU. I played 1 year AAU, but I usually just go to the playground and work on my game, and that consisted of playing this game called Rough House, where it's like how many people you want. There's no number that it has to be. It's just whatever, 10 people playing, and the first one to score 21. You score 2 points, you go to the 3-point line, and you got to, if you make three in a row, you get the ball back and try to score again. You just shoot until you. So I grew up playing that type of basketball, 5-on-5 street ball, and I used to always I was always able to dribble. Me and my brother would go to the playground and we would challenge each other by dribbling the ball in between our legs, and we would see who could make it the farthest. If you could make it all the way home without messing up, like you won the game. So we would go until we mess up. So just stuff like that. I never really worked on my handle. It was just something that I was just born with, and it started to create a name for myself. I would go to different neighborhoods and play, and people. I would make a move, and people would go crazy, and it was just something that I was just blessed with. So one time I was just playing in the playgrounds, and a guy named Aaron Owens. He was in the and one mix scene for a while then, and he wanted me to get on one of the and one tapes, so I did it. I had like 2 clips on and one volume 3,
Volume
and
3. All right, I just noticed.
then a man named Lattell Vaughn, he had a magazine in Philly, and he started to he created this name Bounce with me, and it just stuck with me. So that's what and one got it, Bounce with me, and then some of my friends would call me Bounce with me, because I don't, when I crossed the guy over, he would like bounce away. So they just called me Bounce with me. So it kind of stuck with me.
It's okay we use that nickname in the future. Maybe for some,
Yeah,
I don't know what, but
problem.
no problem. All right, that's a very interesting story. I read that with the end one. That actually would have been my next questions. You already answered that you had been on end one mixtapes. This is something I
Yeah,
didn't. I found out on, I don't know how I found that, but I also looked up that magazine, and I
yep,
saw the cover of it. So we will show that cover
yeah.
when we go online with this. Very interesting story. Then how you come from being like street ball phenomena, I would call, and then you played in different leagues, different countries, from the college level at Rhode Island over to NBA Summer League, D League, Polish League, second Italian League, French second league, German league now.
Mhm.
Tell us something about the different leagues, and how do they compare to each other, and how does your street ball background helps you there?
The street ball engraved a sense of toughness, a sense of not having fear to play anywhere. Because when you're going to these different places, you're going to get a raunchy crowd that's going to say all kind of things to you. And I welcome that type of thing. Like a big crowd that talks a lot of trash, that doesn't bother me. That's the atmosphere of playing basketball. I feel like that's where you're supposed to be, and that's where you're supposed to come to play. That's where you show out. So it for me, I never was scared of that. I always loved that type of atmosphere because I was born and I was raised around it. So if a guy's saying something to me, it really wasn't gonna create any fear. It would just make me smile and just be ready to play. But playing in different countries, it's every country is different. France is a lot of athletic guys that get up and down the floor. Poland, it was just like a lot of big guys. You know what I mean? Half court basketball, kind of like Germany, but Germany has like bigger. Germany actually have like big men, like 7 foot. Every team 7 footers. You know what I mean? And it's a lot more Americans, so the talent level is higher because all Americans want to play good and try to show who's the better player. So the talent, it raises the competition level. Italy, it's more of a guards league. It's more up and down. It's more like the West Coast of the NBA. You know what I mean? Up and down, all the fours and the fives. They can shoot the ball from long distance. Whereas though in Germany, they pound it down and the big men go to work down there. It's more of a half court game. So you just have to be able to adjust, and that was my biggest thing. From the high school to college, it's an adjustment period. From college to professional basketball, it's an adjustment period. It always took me about 5 to 6 games to adjust. Like when I came over here, the first 5 or 6 games, 7, 8, whatever games, amount of games, it was an adjustment period. Once I figured it out, I got it. You know what I mean? So everything in life is going through something and then adjusting to it. Some people can't make that adjustment, but others can, and others succeed. I feel like I'm one of the guys that can make an adjustment through anything that I'm going through in my life. I don't care what it is. I'll make an adjustment, and I'll eventually get it and pick up on it.
Hmm. Huh? Okay. Um, then concerning so looking back at the street ball culture, and you said it makes you tough and stuff like that. Are you a big trash talker on court?
No, I never was a trash talker because, like in a pickup during the summer leagues, like sometimes right now I'm playing with some of the Providence College guys. I'll talk some trash to them, but like on the court, I feel like I look at greats like Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan being my number one. They say he talked a lot of trash, but I mean, for me, when I look at Michael Jordan, he was so serious on the court. He took everything personal, and it was just straight business. Like he didn't have time to talk trash. And I'm the type of person I'm not going to talk trash and then like if I make a mistake or I have a bad game, it's going to reflect back on me, and they're going to say, "Hey, you was talking all this trash and you didn't do anything." So I won't put myself in that position. I'm just more so, look, this is all about business. I'm not trying to talk trash. I want to come out here and get a victory, play good, and go home. I don't care about nothing else. I don't need to talk trash. My game will do the talking.
All about winning. You said that
It's all
at the
about
right
winning.
beginning.
It's all about winning, and that's what I want to get these guys to know when I come back this season. It's just like being a leader. But the number one and most important thing this year is winning games. Like that's all anyone cares about. That's the ultimate goal. And I've won a championship before, and I want another one. When you win one, it makes you want to win another one. So I'm really eager to win another championship. I don't care where it's at or how it's done. I really want to win another one.
Great, great. I'm sure everybody that looks up that video loves that attitude.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
really
it's
great.
the best feeling, man. When you become a winner and you start to win, it's the best feeling ever.
Great. Um, we come into to end now, but I also have the Facebook community. I asked them, hey, do you have questions for Dawan? And I think a lot of questions you already answered, but there are some maybe smaller questions that I would pass on to you. Someone wanted to know, what is your favorite NBA team?
I don't have it. I don't have a favorite NBA team. I just like a lot of players. I don't have a particular team that I'm rooting for. This is the only sport that I don't have a favorite team. But in hockey, it's the Flyers. Baseball is the Phillies. Football is the Eagles. So you can see where I'm going.
Yeah, okay, okay.
All Philadelphia teams
The Philly
except
team.
basketball. I just like players. So
Um, then we gotta go on. What do you think? What kind of skill that do you have in your game will you help the team the most?
just my aggressiveness, my toughness, my leadership. Just small things. I mean, of course, your game is gonna could be like the most important thing, but also other things like helping your teammates get involved in the game or get them ready for the game. Just leadership is the most important quality I think that I bring to the team.
Hmm. Who was your toughest opponent, be it in the
Ever,
German league or ever?
uh, toughest opponent. I would say Andre Barrett or Jameer Nelson. Yeah, maybe Jameer Nelson.
The guy that who plays for Orlando Magic now? That guy.
Yeah, playing
Ah,
against
okay.
college was a good experience. Also, I take that back. It's either between Jameer Nelson, Andre Barrett, or Marcus Green.
Uh-huh. Where do the other guys play? I don't know their names.
Andre Barrett played in the NBA for a little bit. He went to Seton Hall University. He played in Real Madrid maybe a few years back. He's a small point guard out of New York. Jameer Nelson plays with the Orlando Magic. And Marcus Green, he played for Milan last year. He's a little guy. He wears his shorts real baggy, like a midget, but he does everything. Like he plays unbelievable. And he's from Philadelphia. We grew up
Uh,
together.
oh,
So
okay.
we grew up from 10 and under together, and he's just a pest. He plays defense full court. He gets under you. He can shoot. He gets into the paint. He make others better. He rebounds. He steals the ball all the time. He's unbelievable.
Okay, a long-lasting rivalry there.
Yeah, yeah, since 10 and under. And actually, we played together. So we started playing against each other, I'll say, in high school, and then we came against each other in college because we were in the same conference. So we used to play against each other all the time.
Okay. Next question is, who was, as a teenager, who was your idol, your kind of role model?
My grandfather was. He was a professional trainer. He trained with a lot of pro. He was a boxer. He retired from boxing and became a professional boxing trainer. So he trained Razor Ruddock, a few other big time fighters, and he was my idol growing up because he was he was the epitome of a man. He was a man's man. He didn't have to say too much, but when he did speak, it was the things that he said was very important. And he passed away not too long, about 3 years ago. So I always think about him. I miss him a lot, but he was my idol that day. He still is my idol to this day. But basketball idol, I got to go with Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
also a Philadelphia great.
Yep.
Um, but it's not Allen Iverson. The next question comes to, but Tim Hardaway.
Tim
You
Hardaway was a big influence when I was growing up. When I was into the ball handling things, like the things he used to do with the ball when he came into the league. His rookie year, he wore number 5, and I loved him his rookie year. This was before Iverson. So I was like, oh, I love the way this guy played. And I always wanted number 5 ever since then. And then he changed his number to number 10. And I wore number 10 in high school, but I always loved number 5. And it was because of him, because his handle was unbelievable, man. I loved watching him play because he was a little guy with a big heart.
and he had that killer crossover. I remember that. I loved him when
Killer
he was in his prime.
crossover. He had a lot of moves. He would do the crossover. He would do the between the legs back and forth. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but I think I once mentioned that in once of our live stream productions from our games, I think I compared your crossover to that of Tim Hardaway. I have to look that up. Maybe I'm giving here false honor to me, but I think I did that back then, and that's the reason, and that's why I'm asking why you changed the jersey number 55 to number 5, right?
Yeah, I got to go back to the 5. I mean, when I first got there, they said 5 wasn't available, so I was like, do I want to do 15? It had to be a 5 somewhere in the jersey, so I said 15 or 55, and I said I'll just stick with the 2 5s. 2 5s might be better than one. So now I'm gonna just go back to the original plain number 5.
All right. Come on, we coming really to a close now. You will be in Frankfurt when? You said at the very beginning.
Either the 16th of August or the 17th.
All right, then practice started. We will be here and document everything which we can. Have you then here, and as usual, the last word always belongs to you. And you can give some shout outs, some greetings to the fans of the Fraport Skyliners. And with that, I hope we see a lot of killer crossovers in the next season. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you. I just want to say thanks to everybody, all the fans, the Fraport Skyliners for giving me another opportunity to be a part of the organization. You for doing the interview and all the things that you've done for me while I've been there. The whole organization has been great. The fans have been great through all the things, the ups and the downs. More importantly, the downs. And I just can't wait to get back out there. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are too. Thank you.